Yo, welcome back. Last time Sora got pushed off the balcony from the top of the tower. She fell down, but somehow she lived, and then we switched perspective to Siovai. We found Shinji's body. We investigated, and now the trial is starting. So I was gonna try to come up with things for this time. I don't have a lot, honestly, because okay, let's look at who I can just rule out. Iroha can be ruled out just because the way she's acting, just from the fact that she had an alibi with Yuriko. I don't think Ira is the killer. Also, Yuriko, just from the fact that she's calling Sora out, the fact that she was waiting for Sora to come down and she didn't, and then she hung out with Iroha for a while. So then I don't know when she would have had time to do this. It could be Iroha. It could be Yuriko. She could be lying about having waited for Sora to come or something. I don't know. I mean, if the alibi can be trusted, then it's not Teruya or Mikado. And there's the whole bullshit where if you fall from the top of the tower, you end up in a secret room or something. I don't I've been a bit out of it for this chapter because maybe this is just a me problem, but I feel like when they bring simulation into a story, it's just I just get out of it. I felt the same way in Danganronpa 2, but the whole simulation thing didn't start being a thing until the end of chapter 5. So so I could just ignore that until then. But this is already becoming very, very relevant in chapter 4. And I don't know what it is about it, but it's just it's a simulation, so anything can happen. It's glitching out, and I don't know. It brings me out of it. I don't know how the fucking glitch in the tower works. Then when you jump from the top, you fucking face through the floor and fall on the pillow and end up on a secret door or something. Anyway, for the actual murder, I still think he was still think he fell down on the machine from the balcony up top. That's inside the energy room or whatever it's called. Because that explains the bruises and the cuts. That explains how the machine fucking broke down. Though would it break that much from just a single guy landing on it? I guess Shinji was pretty big, but I don't know how heavy the machine was. It looks pretty heavy from these rubbles. I don't know if it would break from just that. Yeah, and then he was fucking stabbed with a shard of glass or something. Or maybe not. Maybe the glass is just a distraction. The culprit maybe entered or left through the secret staircase. I don't know how it works because I don't have any information about that. And then they set fire to the place somehow, either with Mikado's fire magic or I don't know. They just like Boy Scout, rub two sticks against each other. I don't know why they did that, to get rid of some evidence, presumably, or maybe to have people find the body. Because maybe if people found the body, then that would create an alibi for them. The stab wound, he was stabbed twice. I don't know, man. Am I being dismissive? I don't... I feel like I'm missing too much information to really make any theories. The other three trials, I feel like I made a good effort to solve everything. This one I feel like I'm just until I know exactly what this is and what the fucking glitch in the tower is. And I don't even know everyone's movements really well, because we got a really vague description of what everyone was doing by Iroha. But usually to know the exact timeline, I would go back and look at Sora's perspective and look exactly step by step who is where when, and that usually was really relevant, especially in the third case. But this time it's really vague. You say Iroha and Yuriko were investigating and Teruya and Mikado were in the meeting room together. Okay, but for how long? What? I feel like I'm missing information, so I basically have to do a vibes guess. Right now my vibe is... Nikke seems incredibly suspicious, so much so that it feels too obvious that it's him. So if it's not Nikkei, then I want to say like, I want to say Yuriko maybe. It could be Mikado as well. Those are the those are the same trio I said last time actually. But like, the only reason I think of Mikado is because there's a fire and he has fire magic and he was allowed to cast fire magic this time. That seems pretty suspicious. Because the other two people, how would they even start the fire? Maybe they wanted to burn something on his body because he specifically had his like shirt removed to burn him because he was wearing fireproof clothes. So they removed his shirt and then burn him. So maybe, I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna find out. My official guess, because so far I wanna point out, so far I've guessed the killer in every case. Before case 1, before the first trial, I guessed that it was Hajime. Before case 2, I guessed that it was Emma. Before case 3, I specifically said, I think it's the two sisters working together. One's the accomplice, the other's the killer. I don't know which one it is. That wasn't exactly right, but I count it as a win, personally. For this case, okay, I have to make one guess, one person, who it is between those three. Mikado, Nikkei, or Yuriko. I have to make one guess out of those three. To keep my streak. I can't look at the profiles. Usually I would do that, but I have to make one of those three. Who would I? Who's most likely? Nikkei feels too obvious. I feel like he's a red herring. I'm gonna say Yuriko. That's my answer. I don't have a real reason to doubt her more than the other two. That's just my vibe. Okay, let's start. Let's start with the basic explanation of the class trial. The result of the class trial will be determined by your votes. If you vote for the correct Blacken, only they will get punished, but if you pick the wrong person, then everyone besides the Blacken will get punished, and the Blacken will graduate from the school trip. Now then, let's first sit back and assess the situation like usual. The case is pretty much settled, so it shouldn't be hard to solve. That being said, this case story is different from all the other ones before. I wonder how far these dimwits make it without my help. I need your help, Seobai. Isn't it too quiet in here? I know we're running low on numbers, but let's try to keep our hopes up, everyone. Just shut up. Honestly, I don't have any idea what's going on, who's the culprit, and what really happened. You act as if this is a surprise. I can't hear you. Irua, Mikado, you two should never speak up unless it's really needed, alright? I would appreciate if you didn't treat me the same as Mikado. Total shit show. And the people who acted as their leaders are now all gone. Not to mention you guys are being awfully quiet this time. I was just trying to lighten up the mood. So, yeah? You know, you usually let us during class trials, remember? I know I might be asking for too much, but can you do it just once more? To be honest, it's just as Irua says, too many of us have died. Setsuka and Shinji, who are always up to rally us together. Kokoro, who led us through the dark with her genius brain. Even Kanade, who I can't call human in good faith, isn't here anymore. Yeah, and everyone except for us two aren't even trying to speak up. What do you mean? I'm doing my sincere best to be cooperative here. Please, I can't do this alone. Could you help me? I would like to help with the trial, but it's not like I'm particularly smart or anything. All this trial so far have been possible because I got the help of Kokoro or Kanade. I couldn't have done it alone. And if I'm being honest with myself, I still don't have any idea on what happened in this case. Let's all think together. I know we've suffered another loss, but we aren't dead yet. We've even survived to imprisonment, so if we work together, we'll be sure to work together to do what? It's just gonna be one of the Void's plan anyway, and one of us will die again. Oh. Yuki, I know you're sad because Shinji's dead, but are you really going to give up just like that? I said this before, but don't lose hope. There is a way, I know it. Fine, I'll at least pretend to have hope. We have Siobai. What? We still have Siobai. Even he doesn't want to die, right? So he'll solve the trial for us. Well, he isn't really the type to do the dirty work himself unless no one else is up for it. So we probably have to figure out some stuff on our own until he feels that it's necessary to cooperate. Alright, I'm sorry. I guess I was being a bit too down. Yuriko said it well. We can't just die here. Let's use our heads together like we always did. There's no need for that. We already have a culprit. What? Yuki, you're the culprit, aren't you? Right, Yuki's the Blackin? Care to explain this fucking nonsense? Yeah, you've been quiet this whole time. I know you say you know the culprit. Don't play dumb with me. Okay, maybe it's Nikke. Maybe it's just Nikke of the two I mentioned. You know you can't... Something when we were both there at the crime scene with Shinji when it happened. What do you mean? Explain yourself. It's a class trial, so we should all be on equal footing for there to be a logical discussion. So allow me to explain everything that happened before and after Shinji is dead. But before that, I would like to emphasize the fact that the person who's most connected to this case is me. So you said you yourself are the key to this case, Some of you already know this, but after we were just freed from our imprisonment, I picked up my book in the Oracle room, just like always, when I found something peculiar written inside mine. Something peculiar. It said that one of us was actually helping Void behind our backs, right? Eh? What? I never even heard. I remember. I also recall that Nikke suspected Shinji as a spy. The people I gathered in the meeting room already knew this info. I also told you that I would try to speak with Shinji alone as a Void member. And just like I promised, I called Shinji over to the power room. I was trying not to be too direct with... This is the first time Siobai should be hearing this, by the way, that this guy's a Void member. I was trying not to be too direct with Shinji, and things were going smoothly. But unbeknownst to us, Yuki had snuck in and was eavesdropping on us. What? Oh really? You don't even know what actually happened? If you're gonna be like that, and I believe I also do have a say in this. As you said, I was definitely in that room when it happened, but I was unconscious because somebody had ambushed and stunned me. Somebody ambushed you? When? Right after we had the conversation in the meeting room. I lost consciousness, and when I came to, I was already in the power room. Do you have any proof? What was that? Because of your statement just now, my statement of you being in the power room was proven to be true. But can you do the same to your statement of you being ambushed? How could I prove that? I don't even know who attacked me. What good are those words if you can't even prove them? You went to the power room because you wanted to. What? That just... So then what? What happened after Yuki showed up? While I was distracted with Yuki, Shinji suddenly attacked me. Shinji attacked you? It was right then that I lost consciousness. So I don't actually know what happened after that. They keep losing lost consciousness. But one thing I can say for sure is that when I came to, Shinji was dead and Yuki had disappeared. Okay, so maybe Nikke is not the... Okay, yeah. So my Yuriko gamble is still holding strong. By those statements, Yuki is no doubt the Blackened. Yuki, is it true that you really killed Shinji? Of course it's not true. Why would I kill Big Bro? Then tell us what happened after I passed out. Nothing. Yeah, just like Nikke said, it did look like Big Bro took Nikke down. I don't know if it was because he was a traitor, but I was afraid I was going to get attacked as well, so I ran away. Is that all? Yeah, I don't know why or how Big Bro died, okay? Then who killed Shinji? I don't know. If both of them are telling the truth, then we must have a third party that is a true culprit. No, we don't need the existence of a third party to explain this case. Sora. Nikke, you said that after you woke up, Shinji was already dead and Nikke disappeared? Yep. And what did you do afterwards? What do you mean? Of course I just ran away because I got scared. I thought I was going to get killed when he attacked me after all. Nikke, allow me to say the very words you said to Yuki. But can you prove it? What? If Yuki killed Shinji, that means you were there unconscious while the crime had occurred. Even if you were knocked out, don't you think it's weird that Yuki would murder someone when you didn't know you were going to wake up or not? Rather, you had the perfect chance to kill Shinji after Yuki left. Not to mention you were left alone with Shinji in that room. A way to prove my words, well, I can't say I have such a method. But when I woke up, Shinji was dead with blood spewing out of his neck. That much I can say for sure. Was he burned? So you're saying you're not the culprit? Of course not. Of course, at least I have no reason to kill him. And you're suggesting I have? Audrey, shut up. We can't solve anything for just shouting meaningless words at each other. We gotta use logic to deduce stuff. I think Nikke is a suspicious one here. I mean, can we even believe his words on there being an insider to the Voids? Perhaps he was trying to break our group's harmony with those words, and plotting to get rid of Shinji. What the hell is wrong with you, Sora? Did I do something to you? What would I gain from lying like that? Just that I can't trust you. You're the culprit after all. You're a Void, of course you're the culprit. What? Sora, Don't you think it's weird that he suddenly suspects Yuki for everything out of nowhere? You think so too, right, Yuki? Sorry, something wrong? You're kind of acting a bit... Yeah. Hey, so is this friendship and trust you guys were talking about? I mean, who could I blame? I'm a bloody criminal. I should be glad if you'd even listen to me. Well, I'm sorry that a fucking sinner like me tried to save your asses. Stop it, Nikkei, and sorry, that one was too far. Please, everyone, let's try to stay focused on the trial and save the unrelated stuff for later, okay? No, he's the culprit, I'm sure of it. And how about we all vote for me? Let's all just fail the trial and just die together. Oh shit, here we go again. I thought it could last for at least 5 minutes, but nope. Guess I have to step up and do something. As if I haven't got more annoying stuff to deal with. I'm good. Burn marks. Yeah, because the body wasn't burned when Nikkei woke up. Nikkei is the culprit. Why are you saying this? And why is that? You're the one who was with Shinji's... You were the one who was with Shinji last, that's why. Weren't you in the better position to murder Shinji than Yuki? You've got no proof, it's all just speculation. That logic applies the same to Yuki as well. I'm not the culprit. Oh, would you all stop fighting and calm down? What did the burn marks contradict? In the power room, that happened, but when I think about it, somebody just contradicted that. Yeah, Nikkei did. Oh, never mind. I don't see how Yuki's story contradicts that. That's wrong also? Wait, what was Sora's statement? Nikkei's the culprit. Why is that? You're the one who was with... Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, obviously someone else came later. Cause, yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm stupid. I should have seen that one. Because someone else came later because the body hadn't been burned yet. Yeah. Yep, that's my bad. Hey Albino, what's gotten into you? Siobai? How can you be so sure that the reporter was the last one to be with Shinji Kasai? It's almost as if you actually witnessed the entire thing. Lay off, Siobai. Nikkei himself said it, remember? When he woke up, only he was there with Shinji. That's only if we assume nobody else interfered after the reporter left. How the hell can you not remember the fire? If we're going by your words, Nikkei Yomiuri was the last one to leave the place, so he must have been the arsonist. So reporter, give us the news. Did he cause a fire? Of course not. I know nothing about how the place caught on fire. That's wrong. He must have caused it. And why are you so dead set on that? And Siobai, why are you interrupting our discussion? I thought that you weren't interested in our business. Just shut up and mind your own business. We'll take care of it from here. Is it just me or did Sora get really scary? Is this not Sora? Sora, I think you need to calm down. I get it. We all hate Siobai, but this is a class trial. We should listen to him at the very least. Oh yeah, Siobai even won against Kanade. Siobai, you're being a hero again, right? Shut up. I'm doing this because I want to save time, idiot. If I just do nothing, this whole class trial will consist of pointless fighting between you people. Besides, there's something I need to check out immediately after the trial. And what's that? Now let's get to talking, Albino. You said that even if there was a third party involved, it's obvious who's the culprit. Now how can you be so sure of it? Every case could have an infinite number of variables that have yet to be uncovered. I knew all this time, wouldn't do something as stupid as this. No, maybe you just overestimated me? I just believe that Yuki's not the culprit. But sorry, that is a baseless claim. But that reasoning, there's no reason to believe that Nikkei is the culprit as well. Oh, would you... That's a new sprite. Oh, would you just shut up? Why is it always me getting scrutinized? I'm not Kokoro Mitsume, but I'd say I'm also pretty good at reading people's mind. Wasn't that exactly... No, never mind. And you, Albino, are acting very anxious right now. No, I think you got the wrong idea. Now what? No, why in the world would you be anxious right now? Yuki Maeda and Nikkei Yomiuri are debating right now, and why should you be anxious about that? Wait, Siobai, just to be sure, you better not be suggesting Sora's the culprit, are you? Sora the culprit? Hell if I know. So you don't know? You think I'm superhuman or something? To solve something, I need to deduce it. To deduce something, I need clues. So in order to solve this trial, we need to talk about it more. Dig for more hidden clues instead of fighting. I couldn't have said it better myself, but doesn't it feel kind of odd when it's coming from Siobai? Kokoro knew the culprit from the start, you know? Guys, Siobai's right. I think we're a bit too heated right now. Don't you feel ashamed of yourselves? Even Siobai knows this isn't the right thing to do. How about we calm down and start over? Interior, you haven't said a word since we arrived here. Could you please participate? You don't need my help, because I won't be of any help. Just treat me like I'm a nobody from now on. And why are you suddenly so depressed about this? It's your life on the line too, you know? If he doesn't want to participate, then just leave him be. Probably wants to just collect himself before his inevitable doom. So, is everyone just breaking character now? Alright, I'll apologize to Nikke. How about we talk this over once more? I agree completely with Siobai that this isn't like you. We should have acted more reasonably. Now then, instead of pointing fingers at each other, we should look at this at what direction should we take? I guess you're on quite the leader type, Yuriko. Since I want to end this quickly, consider this a treat. There are only 3 people related to this case. You don't need to worry about anyone else. Yuki Maeda, Nikke Yomiuri, and Albino Girl. Okay. Talking about what each of these 3 did over the last, because those are the 3 without an alibi. Talking about what each of these 3 did over the last few hours, and the case is finished. Everyone else is innocent. Okay, my bad. Siobai, may I return to the very words you said to me? How can you be so sure of that? Instinct. What? I got a good instinct. Well, I'm half joking right now. You think this is funny? We need logical proof right now, not some nonsensical jokes. Are they fucking kids or something? Do I really have to spell everything out? I guess I've got to show them the proof. The proof that everyone else other than those 3 are innocent. Are we really saying... I guess we're really saying that Sora is the killer. Bubblehead. I'm talking to you, Bubblehead. What? Oh, you're talking about me? Wait, how would I know that if you don't call me by my name? Quit your yappering. Tell them your account that you told me during the investigation. Oh, you mean the one about the alibis, right? Oh, so you've been investigating as well, Siobai. I mean, you always did your best while nobody was looking, granted. Alibi? What alibi? Well, Siobai asked me your whereabouts since lunchtime till the body announcement. But that was since lunchtime. I see. I've been with Yuriko this whole afternoon. Ichiro and Mikado were in the break room together, right? Oh, I see. Because I was with Iroha and Tsuruo was with Mikado, we all have sound alibis. So everyone, excluding us four, will be our prime suspects. Nice work, Siobai. And those suspects would be Nikke, Yuki, and Sora. You heard him, so you 3 should quit your bullshit and tell us what you've been doing. Wait, why is it giving me another debate for this? Another tutorial on me. I already skipped the first one. Iroha's account? Or Yoriko's account, probably? I already said everything I did. I called Shinji to the power room and I was talking with him. I passed out after getting attacked by Shinji. And when I woke up, Shinji was dead. I got startled, so I ran away. Same for me. I got attacked by someone, and because it looked like Big Bro was attacking Nikke, I fled the place on the spot. I was investigating the top floor and met Yuriko. After we spoke for a while, I stayed there. Until the body discovery announcement, after I heard it, I came back down. I mean, that's not what Yuriko said. Wait, what did you just say? What? I just said I was investigating. On the top floor, you said? Weird, kind of contradictory, eh? I don't know what you're talking about. What you just said contradicts what the hostess said a while ago. What I said. You talked with Albino Girl, right? Asked her where she was all this time and all that? And you said that you parted ways with Albino on the top floor and waited near the stairs afterwards. But she never came down and no sign of her on the top floor. That's what you said, correct? So you were eavesdropping, you creep. Putting aside how creepy Siobai is, if that is indeed true, then our dear Sora would be lying to us right now. No way. So what's the deal here, Albino? So did Sora really... Wait, there must have been some mistake. There's no way that Sora's the culprit. I never said anything about her being the culprit. Where'd you get that idea? Well, there's one thing for sure. Albino Girl went to the power room, culprit or not. And she's hiding that from us for some reason. So why don't we clear that up first? I never lied, Siobai. I'm not the culprit. That I can swear is the truth. If you really suspect me that much, I'll personally cut down your words. Okay, this minigame fucking sucks. Stab wounds, bruising body. Hero's account. Okay, I probably is that I need to, yeah. There's no way I can shoot the contradiction on the first time I see it. It's just, I don't have enough time. Didn't come down? Or did you mean to say you didn't come down using the stairs? I don't get what you're trying to say. I meant I didn't come down at all. I literally meant I stayed there investigating. How would you explain what Bubblehead saw? What? Who, me? You said so, right? That albino girl fell from the top floor. Yeah, but that... Wait, hold up. What did you say? Sora fell from up there? Well, I'm not entirely sure if it was actually Sora, but shortly after we each picked our books, I was on the first floor, and I was going up. I saw someone falling from above. And you're saying that someone was Sora? You think this is some kind of joke? If someone actually fell from that height, we would have had a trial for 2 dead people right now. There's no way someone could survive that kind of fall. I know, you're right. Hmm? What? So what are you trying to say? I'm being totally honest here, so please hear me out. I don't know how it happened, but she just went through the ground and disappeared. Somebody bring a doctor or something. She's clearly lost her mind. Yuki, we know we're in the simulation. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I really did see it. I saw Sora disappear through the floor. Didn't you say just now that you weren't quite sure it was Sora? Why are you changing your story? Because I saw a lot of white. By Bubblehead's word, we can see that albino girl fell from the top floor to the power room. What? What kind of idiots do you think we are? I thought you were the smart one here. This isn't some fantasy. This is reality we're dealing with a year ago. Reality, huh? What difference does that make? I mean, we're technically not in reality right now, are we? What? How did you... Did the reporter spread the news already? Well, now how I knew that fact isn't the issue right now. The important thing is, as long as we're in a virtual world, what she said isn't so impossible. I'm not saying that everything is possible just because we're in a virtual world. There's some rules and logic behind all this. Freezing to the floor and then suddenly teleporting does sound pretty unrealistic. When considering a tower structure, the power room should be located under the first floor. I know that there should be another room. The evidence to support that is... If you push the wall with the cracks into the power room, there are stairs that lead to another floor below. And at the end of those stairs, there's a door that seemingly leads to a secret room, but it won't open, just like the main entrance of the tower while we were trapped. So I failed to see how that makes any difference. If Sora did fall to the first floor and went below, then she might have arrived at that place beneath the power room. If there's a room below the power room connected to it, that means you can enter the power room through that place. Wait, even if there were some stairs leading below the power room, that doesn't necessarily prove there's room beneath it, right? The stairs might have been there for decoration or something. But there is no definitive proof about the place's existence. I do have some clues supporting the phasing theory. What do you mean? I tested myself. When I dropped my ladder from the top floor, just like Bubblehead said, the ladder was nowhere to be seen. What? So you mean the ladder also went to the floor and disappeared? Just like Hiro said happened with Sora? Are you sure about that? Maybe you just missed it. I do agree that it is a ridiculous theory. Didn't have time to experiment it thoroughly. Though this evidence does increase the credibility of this theory. When we actually have someone who can testify whether it's true or not. Albina should know herself if it actually happened to her. Sora, did you really go to the power room? Why? I don't know what you're talking about. And even if I really did go to the floor and arrived under the power room, how would I have survived such a fall? That's if you consider the problem from a realistic point of view. Considering we're working with, what if you went through the actual fucking floor? Don't you think asking about fall damage is pointless? True. It's virtual reality. The sky is literally limitless. This cannot be called conclusive reasoning. Oh, interesting sprite. You must calculate the case through logic and order, fucking nerd emoji. You're basically throwing everything out the window and saying because virtual reality. How could any of this be seen as logical reasoning? If what you said was true, then I doubt there's even any meaning to this trial anymore. You think I'm the one who makes these damn rules? Believe me, I don't want to do it this way any less than you do. Sure, the rules are basically non-existent, but who cares? All's well that ends well, I say. I'm all for it if it's the most efficient route. If I can pin down the culprit and end this class trial, who cares about how we reach a conclusion? Even ignoring all that, supposing my reasoning really is complete BS, then why the hell are you getting so flustered about it? Look around, albino girl. Take a look at what's become of this trial. Some more. So, you didn't, right? Well, there's no denying at this point that Sora is the prime suspect of this case. No, you're wrong. Shut the hell up, Mikado. How did we even arrive here? Wasn't this trial about Nikke and Yuki suspecting each other? I told you, this case is literally about 3 people. Yuki Maeda, reporter, and albino girl. Nikke Yomiuri and Yuki Maeda testified that they both lost their consciousness. So the only person who was awake to see the whole thing was albino. So unbeknownst to Yuki and me, Sora was related to all this? No wonder you're confused. We didn't even have all the info yet. Sora. Now speak. Tell me what you did in this case. There's one thing I need to ask. Hiro, you said you saw me fall from above. But didn't you also say that you were with Yuriko this whole afternoon? Well, yeah, I met up with Yuriko after I saw the whole thing. Sora, answer me. Don't tell me you didn't. Did you really? Are you really the culprit? Yuriko, I'm not the culprit. The culprit is Nikke. What? You're still on about... No, you're the culprit. There's literally no other way. I'm not bluffing this either. It's because of something only I know about. So you did do something. What does she mean by that? But we can't confirm whether she's the culprit or not. One thing's for sure, this case went through a lot of people's hands. Please explain, Sora. As you've deduced, I did go to the power room, and I saw it. Shinji bleeding on the ground and Yuki running away from him. Yuki? What are you talking about? Yuki, you can't hide anymore. If you don't tell us the truth, we can't proceed with this trial anymore. No way. Wait, what? So Sora and Yuki were accomplices or something? I don't believe it. You saw my crime? There must have been some mistake. My crime, Master. You did attack Shinji Kasai. What? Yuki attacked Shinji? See, I told you, Yuki's the one. I think we might have to hear what happened from Yuki before we listen to Sora's story. Well, this is getting messy. Okay, there is no fucking way I could have predicted all of this from the evidence, by the way, so I don't blame myself for that. Well, this is getting messy. I guess I gotta hear their stories first. I saw it myself. Shinji lying on the ground and bleeding from his neck, and Yuki running away from the crime scene. See, I told you, Yuki was blackened. Why the hell would I stab Big Bro? Even the monocle file mentioned the wound on the neck caused by something sharp. For that crime scene, there wasn't anything sharp enough to use as a weapon. Motherfucker. It does seem weird that Yuki would attack Shinji when they were practically brothers. I know we shouldn't put emotions into the equation, but... With no definitive proof, I think I'll have a hard time believing Yuki's the killer. This is a problem. We'd have to settle Yuki's story, right? Not Yuri. It's not like Yuki Maeda is terrible at lying. He's going to panic and make a mistake eventually. I just catch it when it happens. I'm not gonna save. I don't think I'm gonna die. I have like a fucking 10 HP left. I'll save if I get low. No sharp weapons, my ass. The floor was literally full of them. The floor was full of weapons? I assume you're talking about the glass shards. Yeah, though I wasn't able to find one that had blood on it due to the fire. The weapon is 100% one of those shards. But I still wouldn't have any reason to stab Big Bro. Hey, you know what's funny? Nobody here even said that Shinji Kasai was stabbed to death. The girl only said he was attacked, and the reporter said he was on the floor dead. I mean, he investigated it too. And you're the only one who's saying he was stabbed. Why is that? What? Well, if you look at Big Bro's neck, the wound is... Sure, the neck did have a deep stab wound. But do you really think anyone else other than me noticed that? What do you mean? Stab wound? Yuki, what are you talking about? The wound on Shinji's neck wasn't a stab wound. It was more like a cut, wasn't it? What's going on? Idiots as usual. I'm not even surprised at this point. I've got to wonder, is it even worth explaining it to them? So there was a stab wound and there was a slash wound. Simply put, one's a cut and the other's a stab wound. As I expected, you all thought that there was only a cut in his neck, but there's a stab wound beneath it at a similar angle. Judging by its state, the stab wound must have been made first. In other words, Shinji Kasa was stabbed in the throat once, then cut once more afterwards. Ouch. So there are two different wounds. I never knew that. Only Seobai would have known such an intricate difference between them. And yet Yuki specifically said that he was stabbed, when nobody other than Seobai acknowledged that. Hey Yuki. This time you stop avoiding this, just tell us what you did. It's alright, Yuki. What? You're not the culprit, that much I can guarantee, so it's time you tell them the truth. No matter what happens, I will protect you. Sora? I'm sorry, I should be better off dead. I've done something terrible. I stabbed Big Bro, like you said, with a glass shard on the neck. Yuki, calm down. I know I asked you all to ignore me, but can I just say one thing? I know for a fact that a person like you wouldn't stab Shinji without a good reason. That I agree with. Just what happened between you two. The beginning is the same as what I told you before. After Nika said Big Bro could be the traitor, I was being cautious while investigating. When I suddenly got attacked by somebody from behind after being ambushed, I lost consciousness. And when I came to, Nika was knocked down on the floor, and Big Bro was holding a gun in his hand with a scary looking expression. Yeah, that was the same as what I experienced. I was scared. I don't know if it was what Nika told us, but it didn't feel like the Big Bro I knew. Y'all know how you acted weird lately, right? The PTSD stuff. I was so scared that I was frozen still when he suddenly came right at me. I thought that Nika had just been killed by Big Bro, so when I thought I was going to be killed, my body reacted without thinking. I grabbed the shard of glass lying on the ground and he went straight for his neck. Hold on, why did he attack Nika and Yuki in the first place? Well, obviously he was a traitor, just as I suspected. After being pressed on by me, he revealed his true colors. What? But I thought, even as he got stabbed by me, he grabbed and threw my body away. If I stayed still, I might have died from that. Next thing I knew, he had crashed into the wall. He had crashed? The ceiling and the wall came down. And Big Bro was buried in the debris while bleeding out. When everything was over, the horrible realization came over me that I had killed someone. I get what he's saying, but there's no reason to be that hard on yourself. If you're telling the truth, then it was more like it was an accident than a murder. But the rules of the King and Sculpture have never considered the context of things. If there's a dead body, someone has to pay the price. By your logic, Hibiki's case was an accident as well, as she was only used by Kanade. I know that. Don't you talk back to me. Yuki, what happened next? What do you mean what happened next? My mind went blank. All that I thought to myself was that I need to get away from that police, far away. And you didn't get rid of the evidence? Yeah, as the hostess said, it was more of an accident than a murder. That's why Yuki ran away on the spot without doing anything. An albino girl witnessed Yuki Maeda running away. It sounds like everything is starting to come together. You're right. I guess this is the end for me. I'm sorry for lying, but even if it was an accident, when I killed Big Bro, it was actually... I just wanted to live. Yuki, it's not over yet. You're not the culprit. What do you mean? I stabbed Big Bro. That feeling of sharp glass plunging into his flesh is still haunting me. The culprit is still Nike. Sorry, you've been at it constantly saying that I'm the culprit. Are you trying to pick a fight with me? Do you think I'm gonna keep tolerating your shit? I feel like I need to apologize to you in advance. What for? Now that Yuki's come clean, it's my turn. After I went up the power room and witnessed Yuki running away from the crime scene, the first thought that came to me was that I couldn't just let Yuki be the blackened. What? I don't know why. Maybe it was from witnessing my friend committing murder. Or maybe it was something else. But I wasn't ready to let Yuki down just yet. We just got to the conclusion, so you're really dragging things out. So what did you do? I want you to first understand that at the time, I didn't fully comprehend what had happened. All that I knew was that Yuki had definitely stabbed Shinji and Yuki was not that cold. I tried to be calm and walked up to Shinji when I noticed something. At that moment, Shinji was still alive and breathing. What? He was still alive after getting stabbed in the throat? Is that really the truth? Maybe it wasn't a direct hit, I don't know for sure. But he was alive, probably only for a few minutes more. I first thought of healing him, but it wasn't like I had any medical experience, and if Shinji died while doing so, Yuki would be the blackened for his death. So I decided to take action. What did you do? I decided to protect Yuki. I decided to make him not the culprit. So you didn't... Yes. I delivered the finishing blow. The large cut on the neck was caused by me. So are you crazy? If you did that, you would be... Why? Why would you do such a thing for someone like me? Perhaps I had a better option. But at the time, this was the only option I could think of. It was like I was getting led on by some strange memory. Akane. Wait, then that would make Sora the culprit. But it doesn't end there. You'll probably all despise me for this, but I'll tell you all the truth. Did you make Nikke the culprit while he was unconscious? How the fuck did you do that? Sora? Hiding the fact that I went to the power room, insisting on things without any evidence to back it up. I apologize for everything, but I couldn't bring myself to tell the truth. But I must tell you all the truth about the horrible sin I've committed. Even as I was thinking to do something as despicable as ending Shinji's life, I still valued my life. My body was trying to save Yuki, while in my head, I still didn't want to die. So I used someone else's hand instead. Does that count? What do you mean? While I did cut Shinji's throat, I didn't do it myself, but I used the hands of somebody else to do it. Someone else's hands? I don't get what you're trying to say. You. Amazing. I never would have expected such a result. Okay, that's kind of bullshit. I don't think Nikke should count as the killer if you do that, but whatever. If Albino Girl is telling the truth, then we have our culprit. The culprit's identity is... There was only one other person there at the crime scene. Nikke Yomiuri. Albino Girl, use your unconscious hand instead. I'm so sorry. No fucking way. It's so... That's kind of fucked up of Sora. I guess it was fucking Utsuro's luck pushing her to do that. Huh. I mean, yeah, there's no way I could have predicted any of that during the trial. Like, that's, like, okay. But, like, there was no point in me theorizing about this. I don't know what the second half is gonna be like. I feel like we've solved everything. Maybe this Nikke is not actually the killer. Maybe there's gonna be some other twists and turns. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna end here. See you next time for the second half of the trial.